Hello, how is everybody doing? My name is Jesse Boyd, and I'm going to be going over Salesforce in regards to going from lead to opportunity and finally to a closed account. And I'm going to start from the very beginning. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and kick off from the homepage of the website where you enter in your credentials. And what you're going to do is first you're going to enter in your username and then your password, which should be provided by real-time board for you, and you're going to hit login. Now, once you log in, your screen is going to load up. Now, you will notice that the screen that you see first is going to not actually be the Salesforce Lightning screen. It's actually going to be the Salesforce Classic screen. But because we're going to be working in Salesforce Lightning, I'm going to show you how to get past this point should you encounter this. It's a simple process where all you need to do is go to go to your name, which mine is Jesse Boyd, and then select Switch to Lightning Experience. Once you select this tab, it's going to ask you if you're sure you want to switch, and then you can go ahead and hit switch, and it's going to route you to the new and improved Salesforce Lightning interface. This is going to take a few seconds to load, but once it loads, we will get back started. Now, the first thing you'll see is that you're going to have a graph up front. Now, this one is basically just showing you a mock-up of quarterly performance. This is going to obviously be updated on a daily basis as deals are closed, new clients come in, and data is entered. But for now, we're going to focus more on what you see on this left-hand side here with these icons. Now, these icons are going to handle almost everything you need to do as a SDR or an AE or someone who simply is trying to monitor and make sure deals are going the way that they're supposed to. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to select this triple bar tab here. What that's going to do is it's going to extend these bars so that we can see what we're working with. Today we're going to focus on leads, opportunities, tasks, notes. The rest of it we'll review at a later time. But first, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start with going through leads as they are the start of the process. So when I select lead, what's going to happen is it's going to route me to my lead view. Now, what you see right now is our recently viewed leads. However, I have created custom filters so that I can section out which leads that I would like to work. For instance, I have noticed that I like to work leads that actually have business emails. So what I've done is I've created a filter for that. Now, how you do this is very simple. All you need to do is go here, select new, and add the list name. So I could say leads with no Gmail. Okay? Now, once I save that, it's going to create that view. Now I have to go in and I have to add my filters. What filters are is basically guidelines for what the program is going to do as far as setting up your lead status. So I can go in here and first and foremost I'm going to have it show me not all the leads but my leads. Next I'm going to add a filter for emails. So I'm going to go in here, I'm going to select email and hit done. Then I'm going to add a value. Now, values can do many different things. They can have equal, so it says the same thing, greater than, less than, starts with. But for this one, I am going to select does not contain. And in the value, I'm going to enter Gmail. So what this is going to essentially do is it's going to remove every lead in my account that does not have a Gmail account. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit save. Okay, right now it says that I don't have any leads in here because most of the leads are routed. All the leads are routed to Andrea at the moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to create a lead. So if I go over here and I hit this new tab, it's going to allow me to create a lead. So let's just say I had met this client on LinkedIn and they were interested in real-time board and I decided to add them to my lead queue. The first question they're going to ask me is what's the status of this lead? I'm going to get many options such as unqualified, new, working, nurturing, or qualified. But since I just met this lead, I'm going to go ahead and select new. Next, it's going to ask me for the client's website. So I'm going to go ahead and enter in here billy@.com. Okay, and then it's going to ask me for a client's name and his situation. So under that, I'm going to put Mr. Billy M blanks. All right. Next, I'm going to enter his title, CFO, give him an email address, enter in a company, industry, and website. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit save. Now once I hit save, it's going to create this lead. And you're going to see it has all that information that I previously entered inside of that lead. What you're also going to notice is a workflow for that lead. Now right now we're in the new category, but as we progress with this lead, we're going to migrate between working, nurturing, and converted. So let's say I met this lead and I wanted to give him a call. I could do that in this activities task. Now in this activities task, it's going to allow us to log calls, set tasks, set new events such as demos or outings, and even send emails. So I'm going to go ahead and go inside of this activity tab and I'm going to log a call. Now when I select log a call, it's going to ask me to make a comment on it. So let's just say on this call he didn't answer and I left a message. So I can go ahead and put a note in there. Left message 12/1/2015. Go ahead and hit save, and now what happens is it logs that activity so it can keep track of what I've done with this client. Then I can go ahead and I can select a new task. Because he didn't answer the phone before, I'm going to go ahead and set a task to call him again. So follow-up call. I'm going to set that for tomorrow, and I'm going to go ahead and save it. Now we're going to fast forward to tomorrow and say I made that call and Billy answered the phone and we had a nice conversation. At that point, I'm going to add the key points of our conversation to a section called notes. Now notes allow you to keep track of what's going on and dialogue between your client and yourself. The reason that notes are important is because when this lead gets passed to an account executive, or if marketing or management ever needs to go back to this lead, they can track and see what was going through the client's mind in the sales process, what objections they may have had, what prompted them to buy, what they were looking for, what brought them to the software, etc. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to leave a note. Go ahead and hit back. I'm going to select that tab and I'm going to add a new note. I'm going to title it Call. So I'm going to leave a note now. Alright, so I put in there, I spoke with Billy. He wants to use real-time board to help with brainstorming projects, and he's looking forward to a demo. I'm going to go ahead and hit done, and then once I hit done, it's going to add that note, and now it can be accessed. You also have this files tab, to where if there was documentation that the client wanted to have uploaded or had issues with, we could put it there for future reference. So now that I've made contact with this client, and I've scheduled a demo, I'm going to go ahead and select new event. And in this new event, I'm going to go ahead and set that demo. So I'm going to place in there demo. And then I'm going to set a date for that demo. So I'm going to say the demo we're going to set for Thursday. And it's going to finish on Thursday. And it's going to be from noon to 1. And it will be inside of Google Hangouts. Alright, now once I have that demo set, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to save that. And that's also going to set as a task. Finally, if I needed to, I could email this client. Now, in the future, we're going to have email templates so that you can select and send certain emails based on whether or not they answered the phone, whether they show for the demo, or if they're at the end of their trial, etc., etc. So now that I've worked this lead, I'm going to go ahead and mark it as working. And to do that, I'm going to select the new tab, mark it as complete, and it's going to move me forward in the process chain. And we've already nurtured this deal, so I'm going to go ahead and fast forward again. The next step would be to convert this lead to an opportunity. What that's going to do is that's going to signify that this lead is ready to begin the sales process, meaning that on that demo we can actually see what needs to take place in order for that client to purchase. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to convert this lead. When I hit convert lead, it's going to ask me a couple of questions. It's going to ask me the status, and it's qualified because it's a converted lead, who the record owner is, and what the account name is. Now, since we don't already have an account listed for this client, we are going to go ahead and add it and create an account right now. So I'm going to name it Billy Blanks Tybo. All right. So now I'm going to go ahead and select new account. Go back. I'm going to select new account, and it's going to take me there. I'm going to add the account name. I'm going to add the type. So he's a prospect. Add a phone number. His industry, website, and I'm going to save it. And once I save it, it's going to create that account name, and then I'm also going to name the opportunity. All right, and I'm going to convert. Now once I convert it, it's going to tell me that they have a Billy Blanks contact, Billy Blanks account, and Billy Blanks opportunity. And I'm going to go back to leads. Alright, now if I go into the lead view that I created, leads with no Gmail, he's not going to be in there. And I'm going to go ahead and check the opportunity. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to select the opportunity. Now once I select the opportunity, you'll see Billy Blanks Tybo. When I click on him, the first thing I'm going to see is my activity log, as well as this trail for a new set of stages, from qualification, needs analysis, proposal, negotiation to close. But the key is if I look in this activity log, I can see he has a demo scheduled with me for tomorrow. He had a follow-up call the day before, and the day before they called and they left him a message. So I know that this client has been contacted at least twice, and he's agreed to a demo. Next, I can look at collaborate. So let's say, for instance, on this deal, I felt like Andrew was going to be a big asset to this deal, and he could help me out. I could go ahead and go inside of here. I could type in @Andrew, add him to the deal, share this with him, and now I've added him to it so that he can help me out with this. And then finally, I can look at the details of the opportunity as an account executive. His company name, the close date, the qualification, the different stages, etc., etc. All right, so now that I've qualified this client, I know I'm going to reach out to him. I'm going to go ahead and move to the needs analysis. Okay. And then now that I'm here, this is where more than likely I would go ahead and reach out and make the demo call for this client. So I go ahead and call this client, and he tells me what type, what his needs are, and I'm going to go ahead and hit this edit tab here. Now he tells me that he's looking to spend $1,000. He's looking to close by the 15th. I've done my discovery, so I'm going to go ahead and save this. I'm also going to go to the activities. I'm going to mark that demo. Okay, so then once I've acknowledged and I've marked that demo, I'm going to go ahead and move to the next step. And I'll mark analysis as completed. Now at this point, I'm going to go ahead and put together my proposal. I'm going to do a return on investment analysis. So let's say I've done that. I can click that as completed once I select the edit tab. And hit save. And then I'm going to move myself to the next stage again. And then finally we'll do our negotiations, we'll close the deal, and we'll move him to the final stage, which is closed won or closed lost. Now the importance of this is very simple. If he's closed lost, we mark him as closed lost, meaning we didn't close the deal. But we need to make sure that we enter in information that's letting the company know why this deal closed. Because it could be something very simple, such as a feature that the client wanted that we did not have. However, we may get that feature in the future. So for instance, if he wanted feature A and we didn't offer it at the time, which is why he didn't sign up, but 2 months from now he ordered that feature, we could go back into Salesforce, look up everybody who was looking for feature A and reach back out to them and regain them as clients. But for the sake of winning, I'm going to say I went ahead and I won this deal, and I'm going to hit save. I'm going to hit closed won, and that's going to finalize my deal. I'm going to hit save, and there you are. Now, if I go back home, it's going to show me my recent records right here in my opportunities. If I go back to my opportunities, there it is. Stage, closed won, Billy Blank's typo, opportunity alias, Jesse Boyd. All in all, that covers how to work a lead from the beginning of Salesforce through the lead status, through the opportunity status, all the way to the close won and the end of sale. I appreciate you taking the time to look at this, and have a good night.